Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask. Do you have any security experience at all? Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look, I can appreciate a wise ass, but if I catch you lying for real, we're going to have a problem.
Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview.
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. Let me know if you have any questions.
Hello, Captain.
Need some work done? Sure, have at it.
Hey, kind of breaking my concentration here.
Hello, Captain.
Pleasant change of scenery.
This all feels like a dream. So if anyone tries to pinch me, I will smack them in the face. There was a small bit of dust on your shoulder. How dare it try to spoil perfection? But don't worry, I blew it off.
Hey. Ask whatever you'd like. Bye for now.
You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad.
See you around. I really love this place. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else. Anything I can do for you? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. But I think I'm doing better than before. I guess my family and I just need to realize it. He's his own person, and he's doing what he loves. It's hard, but I think we'll be okay.
You're back! What do you say? Will you take me with you? Aye aye, Captain. I won't overcharge you. I'm grateful for the offer. I've been out of a job since I left the Freestar Rangers. Oh, well, I guess there's no accounting for taste, huh? If you change your mind, I'll be here.
As you can see, traffic is good. The sales keep climbing.
And there are 2 locations in New Atlantis?
Yes, and the sales in the fest didn't dip at all when the second store opened.
Impressive.
Times change, but one thing's constant. People need coffee.
I need to report back, but this is very encouraging.
If you want a coffee...
You can tell they
see the
put a lot of
barista.
care into their franchises.
Excuse me, I'm meeting with a client.
There's no Terra Brew back home, but maybe that needs to change.
Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help you? Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you? Certainly. Please take your time.
It's a resource, and we're not liable.
Just look at it. It took years to get it looking just like this.
Whatever you say.
I know you think this is a joke of a job, but keeping the grounds immaculate, you can take pride in it.
Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at it.
These greens are the heart of the commercial district. And if it's clean, if it's thriving, so is New Atlantis.
I'm just here for the paycheck.
You'll come around. You'll see. Excuse me.
I come. Great. I guess I'm a gardener now.
I've heard you've been making the settled system safer. It's
Fuel,
not much.
both ship and
but take
generator.
this.
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
I guess there's nothing between us and setting up on a brand new world.
You ready to head out then?
One last drink?
Oh God, yes.
Cool spacesuit. Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
I feel underdressed.
Yeah, I don't know why they set up shop here. They'd be better off in Neon, but Outland's used to people like us.
So the hardware's worth the trip?
Best in the settled systems. Expensive as hell, but once you are kitted out, we can go after the big bounties.
I just wish everyone wasn't staring at us.
Screw them. Let's do some business. Being in the UC always makes my skin.
Just passing through.
You're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear for whatever adventures may await you. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have devoted their lives to distant travel. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by everything we offer. No flying for me. Not my style. Goodness, no, I just couldn't. You're out there millions of miles away from anything, and if something goes wrong, I can't stomach the thought. I prefer solid ground under my feet at all times. And preferably a hot, fresh coffee within reach. Can't get those in space either. I do. In this line of work, it's essential, don't you think? Not seeing people come back would not only suggest that they're not satisfied with our business, but that whatever they purchased had failed, leaving them unable to return. I would not be able to sleep at night if I thought that were the case. Yes, by all means, have a look.
Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course.
Now listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Now, who exactly are you? Constellation? as in the elusive and mysterious constellation. Oh, wow. I used to read stories about you guys when I was a kid. Wow. Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative. You're a law and order type? Well, this is perfect. This job is literally serving justice. Gal Bank is the aggrieved party, and if you help me, you help all of us. So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world of credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, it's a tough field. And what I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge. Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up to the worst offenders. If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam, and Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead, we don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. You may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their Gal Bank agreements. If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, it's A-okay for Gal Bank's bottom line if you choose him. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him. Well, I mean, yes, we're not the only ones looking for him. And you don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about dodging your civic responsibilities. I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current.
Decided to take a break from exploring to collect some debts. Not exactly a constellation-worthy pastime, but I'll follow your lead.
I hate to end on this note, but, not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs from me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
I'm a morning person. Just a regular ball of sunshine. Do you like plants? I think plants would be fun. But I worry they just disappoint. Hey. Yeah, good talk. Why? It's so much more fun to be lonely and miserable, but fine. I like to paint, I like to crochet, pretty much hate everything else. You're starting to grow on me, though. Like a fungus. But I like mushrooms. Guess that's the third thing. Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building with the word Galbank on it. I'm sorry you feel that way. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. Because magic isn't real, which means I can't be a necromancer. I figured being a soul-sucking banker was the next best thing. Yeah, find a Galbank teller and deposit all your creds into my bank account. It'll be paid, of course. Eventually. Uh-huh. I want to raise a pet, but only because an army of skeletons is out of the question. Spite fuels me. Spite and beer. Spite fuels me. Spite and beer. Trying to get a job at Galbank. It's the big building with the word Galbank on it. Yeah, you'd think so, but sorry, not a Galbank. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to be a banker. It'll be fun. Later.
Yeah? Actually, yes, I do. Here you are. So long.
Finally back with our son. That's all that matters.
He's quite something, our Bobby, isn't he?
Hey, it's you again. I'm great, actually. These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis. We have a new apartment. This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around. And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
We're finally back with our son. That's all that matters. I can't believe the UC just wrote us off like that.
Word of advice? Steer clear of the well.
Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
Another day, another shift.
I'm busy at the moment.
always about a million things to do. And I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here, so I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted through various subsystems. But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need isn't very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there. I've got limited resources. I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on the credits.
Always nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you'd like.
Everyone, no shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else. Mom, that's Kay, gets all the credit. Started making sure people felt welcome back when I was just a kid. She had one rule: no causing trouble. Everyone abided by it. Put their differences aside when they came through the door. After a few years of feeding so many mouths, we needed extra credits to stay afloat. Didn't mean for this to turn into a business, but here we are. If folks are willing to pay a little to have some place to feel safe and get a decent meal, well then, we'll sure take it. If we've got it, you're welcome to it.
Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit. Stay as long as you like, and don't be a stranger.
necessary for you to drag around all that gear?
There's nothing wrong with breakfast.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch. That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry. Alright, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
That lock didn't last very long.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow, and the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. I am not staring, I am analyzing. This is important xenobiological work. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So, are you on board? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
to explore the universe, there's nothing quite like the feeling of returning home. Maybe we should stop for a moment at the memorial. You know, to pay our respects.
You're making things harder for yourself! Three-star security! Stop running! You're in violation of embassy regs. You're coming with me. Good. And you can bet the UC is gonna hear about this.
I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective, but you lead, and I'll follow.
Only those with an appointment are allowed inside the embassy. Welcome to the Freestar Embassy. Is there something I can help you with? Unless you have an appointment, only Freestar diplomats and security members are allowed inside. And because you're asking the question, I take it you don't have one. Typical UC security. They try to bully us every chance they get and still manage to play the victim. I'll get this squared away with the folks down at the spaceport. Thanks for letting us know.
Hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.